truly seeing the countertops go in is going to change the way that space feels.
I think it's going to be a big moment.
Cut to moment. Cut to that moment when it gets put in.
That is so cool.
It's so cute.
Well, the previous counter space had a couple issues. There wasn't enough of it. It wasn't in the right place, and it was worn out. Well, laminate countertops are fantastic if you are on a really limited budget because they're very, very budget friendly. But they don't really perform as well as some of the other more expensive materials. This is delaminating here.
Totally.
They're very sensitive to heat. You can burn them, you can scratch them.
From a design standpoint, I don't have a preference as what the material is. More about, right, it's, do we want something more forgiving? Right.
I'm also.
Would you say one trumps the other, or are they both important?
I think aesthetics trumps.
Right, I go the other way. Of course, I go the other way. That's why I bother answering.
The best solution is answers both anyway. We talked about how you really wanted a material that was easy to care for. So I picked a quartz, and it has a beautiful color to it. I think it looks fabulous on both of these.
Totally. It's so interesting how it really does pick up the gray in here and then the wood, like the woody tones there. It's so funny. It's beautiful.
And I can also see this on those two backsplash slabs that we want to do
100%.
flanking the window.
Yep.
Just beautiful.
Lovely.
The only place that I'm going to suggest that we do something different is in the range alcove, flanking, right? These two pieces right there.
Yep.
And since this is what we're using there, I think that could be just
Really
amazing.
pretty. That's so interesting.
Gorgeous.
And what is this?
That is a leathered granite.
Oh,
You cannot hurt this.
I was just gonna ask. It's like
You just can't.
it's totally it's heat resistant.
And since it has that little texture on it, when you clean it, it looks completely clean. It has no
Totally.
smears. It has no like little
Grease
grease
splatters.
spots.
Yes, good.
Nothing.
I mean, that's the thing, right? It's like
And so you can put hot things right on top of it.
Right on top of
you
it.
can put hot things on it and it cleans
and
it.
and which is a thing to consider because with quartz, you can go up to 350. But past that,
Right, you have to.
you can't.
Right.
So I say go with
That
natural
makes a lot of
stone.
sense, because you can pull things right out of here and put it right on the counter.
Right on the counter.
Yep.
Look at that. I mean, the things designers think of. Honestly, it's so amazing. Getting a sense of your countertop is almost impossible from a little tiny swatch. So Gina and I are going to the A&D building in New York City so we can see Caesarstone countertops in person. Hi!
Hey, Joe.
How are you?
Good. We're here to look at Caesarstone today.
Amazing.
I think it's a great material for you and your family.
Okay,
Joe.
I'm fascinated to find out why, because honestly, the idea of choosing a countertop is so overwhelming to me. What I want in this kitchen is frankly, for it to look good for a really, really long time.
Yeah.
Why not something like marble or soapstone?
I think you're hitting quartz at a really right time.
Amazing.
Now there is new technology and discoveries about how to make it look very organic
Oh, that's amazing.
and with great texture. It's made up of approximately 90% ground quartz, so it's real stone.
Got it.
And then the other 10% is a combination of resin, binders, pigments to get the various patterns.
Got it.
This is an example of one of their newer textures, which is a concrete texture.
Oh my God, it
And
feels
it's just
so real.
Doesn't it feel just organic?
Yeah, it really does. Not like plasticky,
No,
not
it's-
fake.
it's fantastic.
Yeah, it really does.
And over here, this is also a concrete texture, but now they've added some pigments into it.
Oh, so it
So-
looks like stone.
It really does.
Yeah.
But it has a lifetime warranty where you're not getting that with natural stone.
Wow. Don't give my kids the permission to try to ruin it.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about on your really dark charcoal colored cabinets. We
Yeah.
want something light. We need to have something pretty much white, but I love bringing in just a taste
This is so pretty.
of the gray. Yeah, so this is Calicut Nouveau.
It's so beautiful. It's so interesting because I can't get over how natural the pattern looks too.
Well, this is polished.
Okay.
And I think I'd like to, we've talked about this, go with the matte.
Got
which
it.
is
So this
this
isn't
exact pattern.
Got it.
Just the polish is knocked off.
Got
of
it.
It's going to be so
Really,
gorgeous.
really centerpiece. It's going to be
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't wait to see it in
And
place.
the face of your faux apron front sink.
Oh gosh,
So
right.
it'll look like you have a stone sink.
right, right,
you know?
right. That's gonna be so good.
Here's an example of how you
Oh.
can make it look like it's a very thick slab, but it's just mitering 2 pieces of stone.
I see.
And the beauty of using Caesarstone for this is that this really almost like becomes one material.
Right.
It's a little harder with natural stone. You just can't quite get this great edge.
Right.
And you can feel underneath
I
that
can
it's
feel
wrapped.
the overhand. So it's
wrapped.
not this thick all the way through.
No.
It's got it. This has been fantastic.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it in place. I'm counting the days until they get installed. Thank you so much. At Caesarstone's facility in Georgia, lab technicians create a mixture of quartz and resin that looks just like natural stone, but is so much more durable. They then press that formula into a slab form and then cure it in a kiln, a process that's so top secret we're not even allowed to film it. When the slabs finally emerge, they're carefully inspected and then shipped out to installers.
I think there's a couple of reasons why people really love going with man-made material. We wanted stain-resistant material, but we wanted something that was interesting and had a little bit of movement in it, like a natural stone might.
The slabs we saw getting manufactured at Caesarstone are now being shipped to a local fabrication company where they'll be cut to the exact measurements of our kitchen. You can't take a template for a countertop until everything is there because they measure the exact space and then cut the slabs to those measurements. So my contractor, Eric, is hard at work at getting everything in before it's template time.
I love it, Joe. You have your foundations
Yeah.
now. You know, your floor, your walls, your cabinets.
Yeah. My dream has always been a giant island, and Scott and I have been like fake standing on either side,
Yeah.
being like, look at how much space there is. And also, you know, I was so worried about taking the doors out and putting in windows just because the light that we were getting in here was so nice, but the light is still so beautiful.
Yeah, well, you know, so much of your light is from this to this.
Yeah.
The light that you get down low is...
Yeah, it's like pointless.
Yeah.
It's just warping my floors.
No, this is so... Can you just imagine yourself here, Joe?
I can. I'm like dying over it. Once the cabinets are in place and everything is where it should be, a team will come out and template to make sure that the exact measurements of the countertop are perfect.
We're here at our fabrication facility where we customize and produce all sorts of stonework, including countertops and fireplace mantles and full custom spaces. We will typically lay out every single piece in accordance to what the client desires.
When Frank first sent the template sketches, Jean wasn't thrilled with the placement of the seams. One of them went straight down the center of the sink. So she asked him to move them to a less conspicuous spot in the corner near the cabinet. That way there's a nice clean line all the way to the window.
From the time that it is approved, we then begin to cut the material exactly as the client has seen it. Assemble everything, we grind off and shape everything accordingly. We will then go to a polishing phase and finishing phase, and we prepare for our installation.
Once the team comes to create a template, they say it takes about 4 weeks for it to be fabricated and delivered. Honestly, one of the most stressful parts of this whole renovation was watching these guys carry 900-pound surface into our house. Thankfully, they weren't worried and they did it with no problem.
The countertops to me are the most exciting piece. I can't believe I'm saying that, but it's so true. Like every piece has been exciting, but the countertops, I can't get over what a dramatic change that has been. The surfaces in this kitchen were seriously thought out. I really wanted something that was going to look super clean, but Jean had the wherewithal to choose something that also had movement. It brings like a lot of like dimension and life to the wall. But then on the island, it also looks like very natural and organic. The leathered granite next to the stove looks really great, but it also works really well. You can do anything to it. But I also feel like the color palette chosen, that dark granite with the light Caesarstone, is a really, really nice mix. Jean was also very thoughtful about making each section of the kitchen feel unique and special. So it was a lot of design dancing, but it all comes together in this really like beautiful unified performance. This wall covering is such a statement. What you're seeing is like me keeping all of it together to not rip it down every day.
Yeah. See how it's just bright and fresh?
It's really bright. Seeing how the fire clay tile gets made gives me a whole new appreciation for that art. I really would never have picked it out, but it's so pretty. I'm so trying to read your, I'm not gonna read your face, it's impossible.